Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Joseph from Screenbite, and today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions for my first 24 hours with the Galaxy S10. But before I do that, I wanted to have a little bit of a chat. So I'm kind of getting tired of all the nonsense that I'm seeing on YouTube. I always feel like there's one of two things. There's either the people that are straight up gonna hate a device or straight up make clickbait videos like, I canceled my pre-order, or I did this, and that, or this is the greatest thing in the world. And it's like, there's nothing in the freaking middle. So I'm gonna try to do that for you guys. So I want you to understand that this is no bullshit, my true 24-hour first impression video, no sponsorship bullshit, just me talking to you guys. So let's begin. So that's gonna make it sound like I'm gonna be real negative about this phone, but I'm actually about to be pretty positive. Let's start with the design. I really like this design. The edges, I'm not sure how I feel about, because I'm still accidentally like not being able to click because my palm is registering on the screen. But I feel like once I start to grip it better, I'll get used to it. I shouldn't have to do that, but it's something. It's a glass sandwich. Every phone is a glass sandwich nowadays. But I feel like if you're gonna have a glass sandwich, Samsung makes the best glass sandwich. I really like the color. It's prism white. If you can't really tell, depending on how the light hits it, it is a completely different color. And that is really cool. It's really cool. I like the 3 sensors on the back: ultra wide camera, regular camera, and your telephoto zoom. I really like the 1 sensor on the front because I feel like that pill shape is pointless because it's just a depth sensor and it just cuts into screen a little bit more for no reason. Speaking of screen, this is one thing that everybody on the internet has 100% right. This is the best screen that you will find on a smartphone. Is it like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread? No. If you have a phone from last year, you're really not gonna see a difference, but it is definitely the best screen on a phone I've ever used. And the screen size is perfect. I feel like the S10 is perfect, right in the middle. Like, you have the S10e, which is great for being budget option, which is great for people who wanna buy a budget phone. By all means, go for it. S10 Plus is way too big. It's the same size as the Galaxy S Max, and I got rid of the iPhone XS Max. I got rid of the iPhone XS Max because it was just way too big. It was a mistake to upgrade to that phone. Also, you couldn't really do anything with that size because there's no like split screen or anything. It's just big for no reason. The S10 is the one that I would go for, and it's the one that I would recommend going for if you're not on a super tight budget. Because the S10e does have most of the stuff that this offers. I just feel like the extras, like the in-screen fingerprint sensor, is worth it. Now, speaking of that in-screen fingerprint sensor, just like that, at first, I thought this thing freaking sucked. But it turns out you have to be extremely precise on the screen. As long as you're precise, you're pretty much always gonna unlock, and it's relatively quick. It's just if your finger's halfway off because you can't really see where the fingerprint sensor is, it's gonna reject your finger. I feel like once I unlock my phone a lot, I'll start to get used to it. But just a heads up, the fingerprint sensor doesn't suck. You just gotta get used to unlocking it. I love that they kept the headphone jack. It was kind of like a major just fuck you to Apple and all these other phone companies saying that they're removing the headphone jack to save space. Literally, Samsung has put all of the features that are in all of those other phones and more, and still kept the headphone jack. So, yeah. I don't really use the headphone jack that much though, because I got the Galaxy Buds with my pre-order, and I really do like the Galaxy Buds. But it is wonderful that it's there, because if I'm in my wife's car who doesn't have Bluetooth, plug in the aux cable, let's listen to some music. I guess that pretty much does it for the design. It is your standard Samsung design, just an evolution of it. The next thing, I guess, would be One UI, which is weird to say because for the first time ever, I actually think I like Samsung's skin more than stock Google Android. I know that's going to get a lot of dislikes, but let me explain. The Pixel, which I upgraded from the Pixel to this, by the way, I had a little stepping stone there, is a wonderful phone. But it's so basic. Like, it gets the job done, but it doesn't add anything on top of that. Yeah, it has lots of smart features that'll be good eventually someday, but other than that, it's just, you can get that in any other phone. And this phone is just as fast, if not faster, and just as smooth. The One UI experience for me so far has been really nice. It's really good to look at, and it is very quick and very snappy and has some layers of customization in there. Also, controversial opinion, I really like Bixby Home. I didn't think I was gonna like it because I've been eating the fodder of the internet where everyone's just hating on Bixby, but it's kind of like old school Google Now, when Google Now was actually good, because it gives you contextual information based off of what's happening. So if I have an appointment coming up, it'll show up. If I have a reminder, it'll show up. If I have a flight, it'll let me know when I gotta leave. And so far, I haven't had any hiccups with it being wrong. So maybe it's time to stop hating Bixby so much, because maybe it actually is getting good. And the new Google Now is just terrible. It's just literally just news articles, and that's completely pointless to me because I could just open up the Google News app if I really want to look at news. But yeah, Samsung One UI is actually really nice, and I think I'm going to keep the launcher for now at least, to see if I can get used to it, because I am liking the simplicity behind it. I haven't had a chance to test the cameras too much, so if I do a full review, I'll definitely demonstrate that and talk more in depth about it. And I don't feel comfortable talking about it now because I've literally taken maybe 2 photos. But yeah, I think it's a great phone. And I'm going to try to make this the first phone that I don't upgrade within a year, because it has everything that I want in a phone, and I want to try to hold on to it for as long as possible without upgrading. And I'm just so tired of everyone just like, upgrade to this, upgrade to that, upgrade to this, spend $1,000 here, spend $1,000 here. It's pointless. Everything is just, you're literally just going on Facebook with these things. But I was a little ragey. I'm not normally this ragey. I'm sorry. My brain's just kind of all over the place with this day. But I wanted to share my first impressions because I had an unboxing video that I shot yesterday and lost all the footage of. So feel free to ask me any questions that you guys have. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video, guys. So thank you once again for watching. As always, if you liked it, make sure to show it by hitting that like button down below. It really helps me out. As well as if you are new to the channel and you like the content, feel free to subscribe. Also, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, feel free to ask it in the comment section down below or on Twitter @Screenbite. You can also follow me there as well. But until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.